is having a great start to their weekend. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a nice weekend, at least where I'm at. I'm just taking care of a quick leak slash waiting for people to arrive, so just going to be doing that for a minute. Ever since I fixed my buckets and my nozzles, I keep having leaks. Either the bucket isn't closed properly or the line that feeds into the bucket isn't fastened properly. And so just leak after leak after leak, you guys. I keep having problems, but that's okay. It keeps me on my toes. What's up, Pro Pyro? Happy Saturday. Yeehaw. MF Clone. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for hanging out. Today's going to be fun. We are going to set up the green tower. I'm just making sure I'm on the proper... Thank you guys, by the way, for bearing with me. I have been having some kind of issues with my Wi-Fi, and sometimes it makes the video quality quite choppy, so I appreciate you guys for being patient. Alright, so what's new? Yesterday I didn't do a live. I said I was going to hop on early and do a short one, but I actually didn't have time. I had some stuff to do, running around all day yesterday, and it makes you realize, like, I miss my plants. I think about my plants all the time, and when I'm not around, really, I miss them. So I was out of the house all day yesterday, had a bunch of stuff to do, and all I could think about was my plants. So now I'm here, I've reconnected with them, and I missed you guys. I'm glad to be back. Few changes over the last couple of days. I've increased the lights in here just to see a few reasons why. I'll go through it when I do the tour, but yes, of course it will work anytime soon. Yes, I hope so. I'm trying. I got an access point in here, and I have a specific Wi-Fi now for the grow tent, and so I'm hopeful that it will resolve any kind of choppiness or issues that I have with the connection or with the quality. So for those of you that still hang out despite poor quality issues, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the best. So yeah, last Friday we cleaned up the green tower. Well, I cleaned it up off camera, and then we assembled it. We assembled it together from start to finish. The tower is now put back together, and the seedlings are growing, and we are to get things going and get things started. So I'm gonna, as I always do these lives, I'm gonna take you for a quick tour around the grow tent, show you what's growing on, show you what's happening, and then we're gonna get to it. We've got some stuff to do today, and I want to take you guys along for the ride. So from tower assembly to setting it up, adding in your nutrients and water, and then transferring your plants and watching them grow, followed by a harvest. So I'm going to take you guys through the entire process. I want you guys to see it all. So without further ado, we're going to start with the yellow tower, which is requiring a bit of a cleanup. Again, I've got some minor leaks, and because of the light, we've got algae, but the parsley is doing so great. We've got other flowers and stuff that are still taking their sweet time, so I'm a little bit annoyed. Green tower is ready to go. I'm very, very excited. We're gonna fill her up and get another run going. I increased the lights, so I'm just trying to see if my peppers respond better. I've got tons of bell peppers growing. I've got a lot of new flowers, a lot of growth. Check it out, you guys. 1 pepper, 2 pepper, 3 pepper. Well, you guys get the point. I can count, but got a lot of who am I? If you don't know, you should know who I am. I am the Fresh Princess, you guys. But, you know, if you guys can't behave, you get put in a... We got a nice pepper here. This one's gonna be a yellow one for sure. I can always tell when they're a light green, they're gonna be yellow. And then we got little baby ones here. So those are all the bell peppers. This is our second Chinese 5-color plant, Chinese 5-color pepper. I did a video about it yesterday. If you guys didn't see, we got some colors happening. This, I think it's gonna be a poblano pepper. I'm not 100% sure. We've got a couple of them growing, but I don't know what they're gonna be. So we'll find out. You guys are gonna find out with me. Here we have, I don't know what this is either, but we're gonna find out. Nor do I know what this is, but we're also gonna find out. They're all just different pepper varieties. Same with this one, you guys. I think this is a poblano, but we're gonna figure it out. And then this is a Chinese 5-color pepper plant. This to me is a polarizing plant. It is so beautiful. Look at these purple peppers. That one was yellow yesterday, and today it turned purple. So very cool. They grow 5 different colors at once based on their ripening stage, and it's like a kaleidoscope of tons of colors, which is super exciting. Watermelons have started flowering. Well, not flowering, but there's buds there, and the flowers will emerge very soon. These are sugar watermelons. Look how long it is already. I tried, my trellis isn't low enough, so I just tried looping a zip tie just to see if I can get the tendrils up on, just to get it to start climbing on the trellis so that these guys don't crowd each other, because otherwise what's happening is they're all growing in a big mountain like this, and they're very susceptible to powdery mildew. So I have got to be super careful. Just do a little pop the hood, show you guys the roots. Everything's looking so good. Look at those roots, you guys. Clean, nice, healthy. Nozzles are working perfectly. Everything's great. Strawberry. Oh man, strawberry's been a journey, but we are back on track, you guys. New leaves unfurling every day, and we got some nice roots happening and a lot of new growth, which is what you should be seeing with strawberries. This girl was stunted for so long. Now she's doing better. Dahlia flowers. I was gonna bring them outside, but I might just them inside because I want to watch them grow aeroponically. New buds on our zinnia flowers emerging, and this girl, oh, she just steals the show. Look how pretty that is. Hot pink flower. Love it. It's a very small flower. I'll show you actually in comparison to this one. So this was our first aeroponic zinnia, and if you guys can believe it, it's still putting out new petals even after being harvested. And so you can see the difference in size. Maybe just different variety. Maybe because this is the first flower of the plant. Well, so was this one, but anyways, they're just different varieties, right? And the leaves of this one here are larger. It came from this plant, but because I cut off all the suckers, I don't know if I'm gonna get any more flowers on this plant, so I think I screwed up. So these guys, I'm not pruning off any of those side shoots. We're gonna leave all that on. But as you can see, big difference in size, but that's okay. Orange Tower, oh my gosh, Orange Tower is doing so great. I've got so much stuff growing. Okay, I harvested all this dill a day ago, and this is brand new. This is from a day. Like, it's so wild how fast this grows. More parsley grow. Oh no, this is cilantro. Cilantro is slightly different than parsley. It looks quite similar though. This is parsley. The size of these leaves are just huge. I actually did a taste test, so stay tuned for that. It's coming out this week, but I did a taste test, store-bought versus homegrown herbs, and I just compared some of the herbs that I have versus store-bought, and wow, what a difference, you guys. Store-bought stuff tastes like shit. Anyways, lettuce, it's not bolting yet, which is so surprising to me. It's growing like it would from the store in a nice upright formation, so I love that. I just harvested a bunch, and I harvested all the outer leaves, and more are growing from within. So now I've got just an abundance again. So I did buy lettuce from the grocery store for this week, but next week I won't need it. Just the other day, I showed you guys my tower tomato. Look at this. It has grown so much in the last couple days. I don't know what changed. Maybe I made it a little hotter in here. I don't know. Everything else is the same. I didn't actually, maybe I increased the nutrients, but it's not even on bloom right now. It's still on grow, but I'm just curious to see how it's gonna do. It's so tall. We've already got flowers. Will the fruit be good because it's not getting the right nutrients. I'm curious. Our basil has really taken off today, so I'm really excited about that. Some delicious basil. So once I have tomatoes growing, which I'll take you right over here. So another reason why I increased the lights is I'm trying to get the tomatoes to ripen. They're taking so long and they're still firm, very, very firm. Honestly, look like plastic. They're so flawless. But she doesn't have any basil. Yes, I do. I just showed you guys the basil. I'm going to show you again. There's the basil. And there's the basil. And there's more. I swear there's more. But I can't find it right now. But there is basil. I think I'm just messing with you. I just take it to heart when people say I don't grow stuff when I really am. I've got heart-shaped tomatoes, you guys. I don't know how that happened, but like I said, it's maybe showing me some love. Zinc, there's no such thing as being wrong. I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you. I just get feisty when people question what I'm growing. I'm just kidding. It's all fun and games here. It's just a positive space. Tomatoes are going to be ripening soon. That's why I increased the lights. But it is a challenge to get them to ripen. So we'll see. Hopefully, I know sunlight encourages ripening. So maybe in a couple days, we'll start to see some color. So many new flower clusters opened as a result of the light increase. Wow, it's quite crazy. I'll go back around and I'll show you guys the peppers one last time because you know me, you guys. I have no problem showing off my garden. You want to see something? I'll show it to you 10 times over again. I could talk about it all day long, which is why I never run out of stuff to talk about on these lives. Look at this cucumber. It's okay, Zinc. I'm going to go back through it really quick for you so you can see. I pollinated it correctly. We are going to harvest this baby tonight. I'm going to eat it. I can't freaking wait. I'm going to do a taste test. I want to pick up a straight 8 cucumber or just a similar type cucumber from the grocery store, and I want to do a taste test just to see. It'll be quite interesting. All right, Zinc, this one's just for you. Peppers. Okay, you're going to love this. If you love peppers, you're going to love this. These are spicy peppers. They're Chinese 5-color peppers. You get 5 colors per plant. So that one right there was yellow, but it's ripening to a purple. But their final colors are all different based on how you want to harvest it, based on its growth. So some are more spicy than others, but the flowers are purple. The peppers are purple, yellow, orange, pink, and red. It's a gorgeous plant. This, I think it's a poblano, but I forgot to label. We got some flowers and some peppers happening. We'll find out soon. Again, these ones I forgot to label. I think this one is a poblano. This one could be a cayenne or a habanero. I'm not sure. Another Chinese 5-color pepper plant. And then I've got bell peppers growing. I've got 6 bell pepper plants. I can't wait till I start seeing color on the peppers, but I've got bell pepper here, lots popping out flowers. Look at that. The flower can't even finish developing because the pepper just bursting out of it. And another one here. We got just an abundance happening, you guys. I can't wait. Well, maybe not an abundance, but it's an abundance for me because I'm new at this stuff. So the fact that all this stuff is growing is just miraculous to me. I like habanero a lot. Yes, habaneros are fantastic. All kinds of peppers are great. Our green, yellow, and red traditional peppers, all the same thing. Actually, so with the Chinese 5-color plant, they're all the same. They just go through a series of different colors as they ripen, but they're all the same plant. Whereas bells, which are the traditional peppers that I'm growing that you get from the store that are red, yellow, orange, or green, I used to think that they go through the series of colors based on their ripening stage, but they actually, it's in their DNA. So the color that they're going to develop is already predetermined in the DNA of the plant. So if a pepper's red, then all the peppers on that plant will be red. I thought it ripens from green to yellow and then eventually orange and then eventually red, but no, each plant will be its own color. So the orange bell peppers will be all orange to one plant, and the red will be all to one plant, and you'll never have a plant where you have yellow, orange, and red, unless it's the Chinese 5-color plant, or maybe if it's GMO, then I don't know if they can do that, but I've never seen it. But until I started growing bell peppers myself, I had no idea. I thought it was based on the ripeness stage, and so the least ripe is green, the most ripe is red. But there are differences, so not only are there's different, but the nutritional content is different. So I think the red ones have the most vitamin C out of any of the other colored bell peppers, and then the yellow ones have, I forget what it was, but I'll have to look it up and clarify for you guys. But each one has a completely different, well, not completely different, but different nutritional content and different vitamins that are more present than others. So that is pretty fascinating. Slow morning today, so having a little coffee to put some pep in my step. Did I make that greenhouse look serious setup? This is just a grow tent. This is a massive grow tent. It's 200 square feet. It's in the home so that I can grow my food all year round. And this is, I've got 3 grow towers, 2 bucket systems, and a germination station. I didn't show you guys seedlings yet. These are the seedlings that either tomorrow or Monday, we're gonna get these in the green tower. This is what we're preparing for today. This is all romaine lettuce and leaf lettuce. Yesterday, we started some new seeds, and guys, some of them have already sprouted. Right there. It already sprouted in like 24 hours. Isn't that crazy? So I am inside, so you are inside tent, inside house. That's correct. Inside. I live in Canada. It's very cold, nasty weather. You can't grow all year round, and I'd like to. So this is the setup. And then I've got cucumbers here that are germinating. Now that I've figured out how to correctly hand pollinate cucumbers, I've allowed myself to grow some more plants. So we'll see how that goes for us. Hopefully I can manage. One thing that's actually interesting with the cucumbers, love that germination station. Yeah, I actually got this shelf. It's supposed to come on wheels, but the wheels broke, so I gotta put that back on. But I got these, well, I have one is a Root Farm light, just a basic grow light, and then these are Vivo Sun light bars. They're just 2-foot light bars. I zip tied them to the shelf, and now it fits my sprouting trays perfectly, and I don't even need a heating because it's resting on the other lights, and I guess I get warmth from the lights. That everything's great. I don't need to supplement with anything else or add a heating pad, which is awesome. One thing that I noticed actually this morning with the cucumbers that I'm kind of concerned about. So I have to harvest this guy. I think it's stealing all the energy from the plant, because if you look closely, we should have some healthy flowers growing, and they're just drying out. All these flowers here, I mean, I've got a lot of new growth right here, so those are all gonna open, but like here I've got some new ones right there, but until those open, I don't have anything to pollinate with. Like, look at this, it's all drying up. What's going on? Is it the nutrients? Is it not enough? Is it, I don't know what's going on. So right now I only have 1 flower open. This is a male flower. You have to take the pollen from the male flower and transfer it into the female flower, one that has a cucumber at the end, in order to successfully pollinate so that you can get a proper sized cucumber. Now this one, I don't know if I pollinated it because it should be growing more every single day, and it's not. It stopped at a certain point, and now it's kind of stagnant. So I don't know, and I can't pollinate it anymore because I've only got this 1 flower, and I don't want to ruin it in case I have another cucumber that opens up. So I don't know what to do. I think it's because this is plant matchmaking. Yeah, it's more like plant sex, actually. You're making your plant have sex. You're taking the male flowers and pretty much, yeah, you're pollinating the female flowers to make a baby, and this is the baby, my cucumber. Anyways, so because this guy is really just large and doing so well, I'm wondering it's taking away any other energy or nutrients. It's pretty much stealing the show. So once I harvest it, I think everything else will do better. But until then, I'm just gonna have to do my best and take some people's advice from the chat. Somebody said to freeze the flowers so that freeze the male flowers so that they're still you're still able to pollinate them when you have female flowers emerge. So we'll figure it out, you guys. I've also got the strawberry plant. That's gonna have to be hand pollinated as well. Except the flowers have both male and female parts within the flower. You just need to give it an extra hand to rub it around. So it's definitely a challenge. You know, you're pretty much doing the work of the bees and the butterflies, and I have a whole new appreciation for them, you guys. They work really, really, really hard. So for those of you that have an outdoor garden, if you can help it, don't spray anything on your plants because it harms the bees and the butterflies, and well, not just the bees and the butterflies, all kinds of pollinators, and they work so freaking hard for us, guys. Yeah, shout out bees and the butterflies. They work super hard for us. So I honestly struggle to keep up with the work, but actually I'm saying that I'm looking at my flower and I'm wondering, maybe that's why the plant only produced one. Maybe I didn't pollinate. Maybe, I know these are zinnia flowers. I know they're considered a perfect plant, but maybe I just didn't pollinate it properly. I don't know, but then look at all these new petals coming out already. I harvested this over a week ago. Really cool. So yeah, honestly, my head is spinning. There's so much to learn. I really got to wrap my head around this stuff and figure it out. Like, the lights, is it because I didn't pollinate it? Is it because of, like, I don't freaking know. So I have to just block out some time and focus and figure it out. I am a very much hands-on learner. I can't, like, I like to read stuff and apply it. I just like to do it, and then if I mess up, then I really learn the lessons. So that's kind of the way I am, and that's why I like sharing with you guys, because I'm just like you guys. Like, I'm not trying to be a professional or, you know, preach to you guys on how to grow or how to simulate an outdoor environment. I'm really just learning. I'm in a very transformative phase right now, and I want to just take you guys with me. I want to show you guys everything. My failures, my successes, my clumsy mess ups when I drop stuff, and yeah, I just want to show you guys it all, that you can see everything that goes into it, and we can learn together. It's all about learning. It's all about having fun, and that's really what I want to do with you guys, is just have fun and try stuff. It's all one big experiment. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. We've got like coffee seeds, we're going to do corn, we're going to do beets. It's just, first let's get the green tower in order. Let me get some lettuce so that I don't have to buy it from the grocery store, and then once the green tower's up and running, then we're gonna focus on the second bucket system. I've got this second bucket system here, and it's empty right now, and I feel like it's just burning daylight, sitting there empty, and plants are just, my seeds in my little seed container here are just yearning to get into the buckets. So we got to get that going, you guys. I have this set up. I've got to use it. Thank you so much, Natimbi. I appreciate you. It's a little flower. It's my garden hair clip, you know. It's fitting for the theme. Namaste says, what's this? Well, this is an indoor garden where I grow all my own food so that I don't have to get it from the grocery store. Making progress. I'm impressed. I try to progress every single day. You know, if I was the same as I was yesterday, then there's a problem. I need to evolve every single day, learn something new every single day, and this garden doesn't allow me not to do that, so it's a beautiful thing. MF Clone says, even the greatest masters never stop being students. Absolutely. The day that you decide that you've learned it all is the day your life is over, because you just never lose. Just so much to learn. Yes, Zinc, Brussels sprouts. That is all. I gotta start some Brussels sprouts. Kale is really good. Yes, so Zinc, I've got some Lacinto, also known as dinosaur kale right here. I love dinosaur kale. It's so crunchy, it's so delicious. So this is the root system. We've got a little overwatering happening, which is why the roots are kind of looking a little yellow. But anyways, the leaves look beautiful. You can put it in a stir fry, a salad. You can make kale chips, and it is just the best snack. And especially growing it yourself, it just tastes so much freaking better. Zinc is from the East Coast, USA. Nice. Hope the weather is treating you well there. It's cold here where I am, and my outdoor garden is not happy with me. Sorry I'm missing some of your comments, guys. I'm just powering through. Yeah, smash that like button, everybody. Listen to Pro. King Purple GT said, it's a really good day where I am. Good. I'm so happy. And yes, I'm having a great Saturday. I always have a great Saturday when I'm hanging out with you guys. What did I miss here? Just put it outside. Well, Bob, I've got stuff outside too, but when you live in Canada like I do, and you only get 3 months of summer, then outside isn't looking so good during those winter months. Netherlands, yes. Oh, I'd love to go to the Netherlands. I've been to Holland only one time, and it was because I was going to Belgium and I had to stop in Holland before going to Belgium. But yeah, it's beautiful, and they have great freaking cheese. I love cheese. Mark Music Man says, one is taught in accordance to one's fitness to learn. Cheers. Cheers to you too, Mark. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a great day too. Zinc said, I've been to the Netherlands one time also. Nice. Yes, you guys have the best cheeses. So my family, half of my family is from Belgium, and so we know all about the Dutch cheeses and the goodness that comes out of that area. And it was only a very short time. We rode our bikes to some area in Holland, and it was just beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I would love to go when it's tulip season. That would be really, really, really cool. I love flowers. The wooden shoes and windmills. Yeah, I actually have a pair of clogs, so I don't know the cost, but I could send cheese. Oh my gosh, Pro Pyro, you just became my favorite subscriber. You send that cheese. You and I are best friends. Honestly, I can't get enough. It's crazy, but it's probably because the way I was raised was like, if you want a snack, most parents give their kids like a granola bar or something. My parents were like, have cheese. So I guess I just, yeah, there's a video. Well, anyways, I'll post it to my stories on Instagram, and it kind of defines me. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you go check it out. But it's like, what does your Friday night look like? And it's just a kid with a cheese grater and he's grating a block of cheese into his mouth. Gouda is one of my faves. Yes. Anyways, so back to gardening, because I don't have any cows or goats or sheep, so not making any cheese, but we're making produce. So we're going to set up the green tower. I'm going to just fill it up with water, plug it in, let it run. Do want to let a small amount of hydrogen peroxide run through the tower just to kind of, I don't know, keep it clean. And then if you want to fascinate a woman, offer her some cheese. Yeah, most girls like, I don't know, material things, just either garden supplies or cheese for me. I'm easy to please. Anyways, all right, so yeah, fill out the green tower. I add in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. It's for the roots of the plants, and even though we don't have any plants going in there today, in my mind, I feel like adding a little bit of hydrogen peroxide is going to help just kind of clean anything extra out that might be in there during assembling. I don't know, maybe it's ridiculous and maybe it's not necessary. I'm adding it in such small amounts, and the reason why I add it in first is to allow it to circulate through the tower for like 24 hours before I add in my nutrients. So tomorrow we're going to add in the nutrients, and we're going to add in the seedlings shortly after. If I add in the nutrients right after I add hydrogen peroxide, I feel like it defeats the purpose, because the hydrogen peroxide will probably kill the nutrients, for lack of a better term. I don't know the science behind it, but I'm just trying to think like common sense wise. So I don't know, guys. Again, just learning. I'm still figuring it out. So we're gonna figure it out together. In the last 2 grows that I've had, as well as these 3 towers that I ran, I did the same thing. I added water with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. That circulate for the day. When I'm ready to get my plants in, add in my calcium, and then let that run for like an hour while the plants are in there, and then maybe a couple hours later or even the next day, then I'll add my grow. So this whole time I've been adding in calcium and nutrients all at the same time, all at once, and you're actually not supposed to do that. It can cause something called nutrient lockout, where because I have to understand why that happens. I've read it before and I've researched it. I just can't retain it. But something to do with when you're adding too much at once, nothing works. They just cancel each other out. So you want to add in one, let the roots uptake it and let it circulate through your system. And then after it's had some time to circulate and I guess mix well and integrate into your system, then you want to add in your regular nutrients. I gotta really understand why, but this is a new thing to me. So this is the first grow where I've been doing that. I had no idea. I was mixing everything into a bottle, and then a friend of mine was like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing that. That can cause nutrient lockout. And so I started reading a little bit about nutrient lockout, and I was like, oh, all right. So maybe that's why my last grows haven't been so successful. Maybe that's why this is my most successful grow, but I anticipate every grow to be better than the last because I'm continuously learning. Have you ever tried food grade hydrogen peroxide and consume as a person? No. Well, I have tried. So I've bought from obviously the drugstore the bottle, but there are a lot of stabilizers and additives, so you're not supposed to use that. So the hydrogen peroxide that I use in the tent, there's no, obviously I don't consume it, but I mean I do indirectly because it is in my plant reservoir, but I dilute the 29% hydrogen peroxide to 3% before even adding it in my system. So I'm adding it really small amounts. I add in 1 milliliter for every 4 liters of water, which is a gallon for those of you that are in the States. 1 milliliter of hydrogen peroxide, 3% per every 4 liters or 1 gallon of water. No, I haven't consumed it, but I have, like, for example, my dog has some dental issues, and so I do put hydrogen peroxide in really small amounts in her water, and she does fine, like a drop, not even, and it's obviously 3%, so I think it's okay. It doesn't affect your health or anything, and I think if it's okay for us, then plants do well. Plus, especially the tower, because the tower is running 24/7, the water's trickling 24/7, the plants actually benefit from the extra oxygen molecule. It needs a little bit of that. So I'm not really sure how it works with humans versus plants, but definitely a thing to figure out. Zinc is asking, do I play music for the plants? Of course I do. Every morning. I was just laughing with Andrew from Ogo on our last live last Thursday. I asked him, do you ever just like play music for your plants and then start jamming out? So my mornings usually go like this. I walk into my tent when the lights come on, so maybe like 7, 8 o'clock, and I have an Alexa in here, so I tell her to play some classical music for the plants. And sometimes the song is just so powerful and so good, and then the plants are just growing so beautifully. I feel like I'm in a movie. I feel the need to, like, you know, conduct my plants. So anyways, I have fun with playing music for my plants, but yes, absolutely. I play music for them every single day, either classical music or smooth jazz. And my last grow, I didn't, and I'm telling you guys, they're happier now. But yeah, I definitely jam out with my plants. We have a good time. We have a really good time. Did I know I can grow a pineapple from the leaves of pineapple? Yes, so I've seen that. I want to try it. I know it takes time, but so does everything else. So I always say, no time like the present, right? I have, on that topic, really before we start filling up the green tower, I have a lemon seedling. I've had this for like almost 4 years, 4 years now. Come on, grow some fruit. It's taking time, but that one's in soil. So maybe I'll pineapple plant right next to it, and they can take their sweet time together. So yes, green tower. I'm gonna just give you guys a quick rundown of the green tower for those of you that missed it, or for those of you that are new here and you don't really know a lot about the tower. I'll give you a quick summary, a debrief, if you will. All right, this is the tower. It is on wheels. Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying to show you, but I can't flip phone over. Anyways, there are wheels there. It does roll around. And that's the reservoir right here. It holds about 20 liters of water. I've got to fill it about once a week. And we've got 10 of these layers. Each layer has 8 plant ports. So that's 8 plant ports in total. Then you've got the lid where the lights screw on. 2 light bars per section, 6 sections in total. So everything is quite well lit. And then you pop the lid. I gotta get a ladder, you guys, because I'm a little short for this. Hang tight 1 second. This is short people problems, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna just show you guys inside so you can understand how it works. My ladder here. All right. So when you pop the lid, that white square here hanging at the top, that's the irrigation pipe. Irrigation pipe gets connected to the hose. Hose gets connected to the pump, which is in the bottom. Then the irrigation pipe disperses the water along the inner walls of the tower, and each port has a little reservoir here for the roots to rest on. There's 80 plant ports. 80 plant ports. Spaceship vibes for sure. So I name my towers. This one is called Gumby. If you know, you know, Gumby Pokey. This one is called Bumblebee because it looks like a transformer. And this one, I grew up loving Orangina. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a orange carbonated soft drink. It's so yummy. But yeah, this is Orangina. So yeah, that is the tower. So you can either fill it from the top or you can fill it from the plant port. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill it through the plant port. What's up, free thinker? Happy Saturday. How are you doing? I hope everyone's having a great day today. I'm honored that you guys hang out with me on a Saturday. Cool. Saturdays are for the grow tent, and so it makes it nice that you guys are here to keep company. I love Gumby. Yeah, the green tower, everyone, you know, what's so funny is I show the green tower, I have like a successful grow in it, and everyone's like, oh my god, the green is so nice, the green is my favorite. And then pack up the green and I start the orange, and everyone's like, oh man, that orange is so nice. So even though you think it's your favorite, just wait till you see stuff growing in it, then it'll really be your favorite. Might be the crown, didn't know it was called the Pro. Well, I thought only the crown part could do that. What crown part? I don't know what you guys are referring to, but if you have questions, let me know. Oh, you're talking about the pineapple, right? Anyways, I think you guys are talking about how the pineapple grows. Yes, the top part of the pineapple, the crown. Gumby is a good name for it. Yellow Bumblebee is cute too. Yeah, so, I mean, you can call it anything. Somebody suggested I call the green Hulk, but I don't know. The Hulk feels too brute for something that looks so pretty. Anyways, all right. So, God, I talk a lot. Man. I'm like alternating between and coffee. remember the blockheads. You mean the little guys from the show? I remember the horse, Pokey. I've got my water here. I'm actually gonna add the hydrogen peroxide here. So I have this container that had nutritional yeast in it, and I actually decided to just start using it for hydrogen peroxide because it's perfect. It's not clear or anything, which is what you want. I also use 29% hydrogen peroxide to sanitize my pruners or my measuring spoons, just to make sure I keep things clean. But 3% for the system. So yeah, guys, I went to go check my outdoor garden this morning, and my celosia flowers are like, they're turning red because the leaves are just like, they think it's fall. It's way too cold outside. Zinc says, what province are you in? Yeah, so I'm in the same province as Toronto. I'm actually just outside of the city, and yeah, I'm in Ontario, and it is cold here, you guys. Summer's off to such a late start. I don't know what's going on. We're talking about global warming, but where is it? So this is my 3%. I am going to, so it's considered Eastern Ontario, but it's closer, it's the most central province out of all the eastern provinces. So it's not the East Coast. We're not on the coast. The only coast we got is Lake Ontario, which is not nice. All right, so I'm adding in, because I'm adding in 4 jugs total, I'm going to do 4 tablespoons. Each jug is a gallon, so 1 spoon per gallon. Did I say 1 milliliter per gallon earlier? I meant 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. 15 mils for every 4 liters. So I've got my hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to add in that along with the rest of the water. I'm going to save 1 jug. Actually, yeah, I'm going to save 1 jug because we've got to add our nutrients to it. But the rest, we're just going to add in straight up water with the hydrogen peroxide. Might get a few weeks of summer in September. Honestly, that's what happened last year. I didn't get a head start with my plants, really. Threw them in the ground. They didn't start blooming until mid to end of July, but when they first start blooming, they're not the greatest, and then once they start to develop, they get better. So later in the season, the better your plants are doing, well, in my experience, and by then summer's over. So I didn't clean up my garden until October because we were off to such a late start that even in October I was having like beautiful blooms and stuff. But this year, I don't know what's going on, man. So I'm so grateful for this grow tent. Honestly, I can grow all the stuff I'd grow outside every day or every year or every time of year in here. So normally I'd be itching to get some flowers and so eager for blooms and so upset of, so upset because of the delays in temperature. But now I get to look at these in the garden. I get to grow them inside, and there's a chance I might leave these dahlias in here just to see how they do. They do form tubers, but I mean, it would be so cool to be able to just grow these inside and have seasonal flowers all year long. Isn't that beautiful? Very cool, very intricate little flower. I've got one tower as well that I'm trying to propagate. I broke it, and so I'm just trying to root it. Hasn't rooted yet, but maybe it will soon. And I've got obviously the larger one that we harvested on last weekend's live, which is right here. Beautiful day in Toronto. Cheers, everyone. Yes, that's what I was saying, is today's actually a nice day in Toronto. What's back, Ashes? Thank you for joining. I was just saying to everybody that Toronto had the worst summer so far. My stuff outside is turning, like the leaves are turning red because it thinks it's fall. The news have began to rebound in the last 5 years. Baby steps in New York, def chilly today as well. What's up, Dr. Green Thumb? Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, you guys, but that's okay because it's always sunny in the grow tent. That I always like to say. It helps me just be grateful for what I have and not be pissed off about the weather outside. These are mainly considered, all considered hydroponic because no soil. Close. These are considered aeroponic. Hydroponic is when the roots are submerged in water. My roots get misted periodically. Every minute for 30 seconds, these nozzles, oh, there we go, right on cue. They spray the roots with water and nutrients, and the roots go searching. So I've got some nice new growth there on my tomato roots, which is cool. I'll show you guys. I had struggles with the pepper roots, but we're back on track. But roots on roots on roots, you guys. And so it's aeroponics because the roots are suspended in air and get periodically misted with water and nutrients, which is great because you save a lot of water, you save a lot of nutrients, and they really only just take what they need. Can I grow tropical trees in a hydroponic system? That's a great question. I have a lemon seedling growing in soil, but it would be really interesting to try to grow it in them. But I'm not going to move it into the system right now because I'm concerned about just moving around things from soil to the system. Zinc says, would I ever transport to soil, or could you if need? Absolutely. So for those of you guys that have been following along with the lives, I started all these flowers here. All these flowers that I have growing, I started about, I don't know, 60 to 70 plants in these buckets and in the tower. We filled it all up. We germinated the seeds in our germination station. I filled the system up and I started my flowers in the system. They were in for about 3 to 4 weeks. And just last week, I brought them outside into my outdoor flower garden. I did have to acclimate them to the outdoor weather. So for those of you that don't know, it's called hardening them off. When you bring them outside gradually, short bursts to larger bursts as you go on, to get them used to the outdoor environment. The environment here is so controlled that when they go outside, you don't want them to be in shock. And so absolutely, you can start things in here and then get them in soil and continue them that way, which is so awesome because even to gift to somebody, like, you know how many times I've offered in the last couple weeks, I'm like, you want me to start you a basil plant in a pot and bring it over? Because like I could just propagate one of mine, root in the tower, put it in soil, and give somebody like a great gift. There's no better gift than a plant that just keeps on growing. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So just the possibilities are endless, you guys. It's the best. I'm so grateful. And then I get to share it with you guys, which is even cooler. Do I grow cabbage at all? Because bacon will be lonely without it. Really? Bacon and cabbage? I mean, I eat bacon on its own, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love bacon. But no, I don't grow cabbage, but I should. I absolutely should. I think mango tree could do really well in aeroponics since they don't require too much water. Absolutely. Actually seen on YouTube, somebody tried it and it worked. I want to try so many different things. We've got coffee seeds, so we're going to try doing the coffee berry and then get the beans and roast them and make our own coffee. And I want to do different kinds of berries, try berry bushes. And then, oh man, if I could get, can you imagine growing a peach tree in here? Like peaches are so good, or cherries, or, well, cherries aren't, I don't think they're tropical, but you know what I mean. Just things that you can't grow all year round. It'd be super cool. Broccoli, kale, cauliflower, cabbage, cruciferous greens. I can grow any of those in the tower. They do super well. The only thing I have to be mindful of, which I'm starting to learn now, is those are cool weather crops. And with cool weather crops, they start to bolt if the temperatures get too hot in their environment, which means they'll grow up. I'll show you. I have a plant that's bolting. They'll start to grow like this. So rather than being like in a tight formation like this, like from the store, like a head, they actually grow like this. So this one has started to bolt. Temperature got too hot before. It was in the green tower before, so that's why this one is different than the rest. So what it means is now that the temperature got too hot, I guess it sends a signal to the plant that maybe, I don't know, it's in shock or something, and it just starts to go to flower. And when it starts to go to flower, the leaves they don't taste good at all. They become very peppery and bitter. They also, but the only reason why you want to let your lettuce or greens go to flower is if you're collecting seeds. The flowers will produce seeds, and if you want to collect your own seeds to grow it again, then that's when you let it go to flower. Other than that, you do not want your stuff to bolt. It's just, it's not useless at that point. It just doesn't taste great. But some people like that taste, so I don't know. But I've had it happen before where all my lettuce bolted because it is hot in here. When you're growing tomatoes and peppers, they like the heat, right? And same with cucumbers. They like full sun, heat, and so it's challenging to manage the environment when you're growing different things that do well in different environments. So it's about kind of averaging it out. Same with my pH, same with my nutrients. It's like I gotta like look at the overall optimal pH for each individual thing and then kind of average it out, and then that's what I do. So there are better ways to do it, I'm sure. Proper planning and familiarity with what you're growing will probably help. You know, once I know things that can be grouped together, then I'll probably be much more successful. But for me, it comes with experience. Like I said, I don't really care to go and read online and figure it out. I'm just going to try it, learn it, and do it different if I have to the next time. And I get hated on a lot. People are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. That's the whole point. Right, so our water, everything is plugged into power. I just have to plug in the pump once, fill it with water. So I just, you can fill it through any plant port. It doesn't have to be a specific one. So I'm just going to spill water everywhere while I do this. So that's one jug. Usually I put four, I usually can fit jugs, which is 20 liters. So I make it sound like setting up or prepping the tower is a huge thing, but it's really not. It takes like 5 minutes. Alright, so we're going to save one jug, mix our nutrients in with, but the rest is just going to go in the tower right now. All these net pots get filled with foam collars to prevent light from going in the tower. So I'm gonna try to plug it in. Sometimes, I don't know, I just want to make sure everything works. You are rocking this project for sure. Thank you so much. I'm trying really hard to stay focused and learn as much as I can to make it worth my while, you know. I started this in July of 2023. Prior to that, I had never ever gardened. I had never, I mean, here and there, like flowers outside, or like buy the plant from Home Depot and you just plant it in the dirt. But other than that, I've never gardened, ever. So I went from 0 to 100 real quick. Does it have to be washed and refilled regularly? So not really, because I'm growing things like lettuce and herbs. They consume so much water so quickly that usually I kind of let it deplete, the water supply deplete, and every other week I just do water with hydrogen peroxide and I omit the nutrients. Apparently you're supposed to cycle out your nutrients, and like MF Clones suggests, flush your system. And so because it's challenging to the tower, because you got all these layers and you'd have to either take it apart or I don't know, like stick a siphon through one of the plant pots just to drain the reservoir. But what I did this time, I think, is the best way. I had reset the entire garden, and when I started this tower, everything ran. I harvested everything after, I think it ran for a total of 7 or 8 weeks. I harvested everything. I took it apart immediately, cleaned right away, and then put it back together. So in the course of 10 weeks, I would say maybe I flushed it the best I could without taking it apart, maybe 4 or 5 times. It honestly really depends on how committed I want to be and also just if I remember to do it. Sometimes you forget, but a lot of the time I just fill it up with just straight up water and hydrogen peroxide just to give it a beat to kind of, I don't know, cycle out the nutrients. But it's probably not effective if you're, it probably helps, but it's probably not as effective as taking apart the tower, removing the plants temporarily, flushing everything out. But I just feel like for lettuce and herbs, it doesn't feel necessary. They don't seem to be suffering. They seem to be okay. So the answer is no. Well, yes, kind of, sort of. I hope that answers your question, MF Clone. All right, plugged her in. And let's see. Is it gonna working? Sometimes it takes a minute. Not enough water. Gotta add more water. It's making a sound. I don't know, sometimes if I don't clean the pump properly, there could be some roots or something stuck in there. But, oh no, it's working. All right, I'm gonna take you up on the ladder and show you guys what it looks like from the inside. I seem like a genuine person. Oh, thank you. You know what? I try to be totally transparent. Because I'm a hands-on learner, when I watch 2 videos that are too polished or too perfect, I can't connect with the people because I'm like, what? Like, not everything's perfect. That's life, you know? So I just try to be as transparent, as honest, and as self-deprecating as possible because, I mean, we're all just a work in progress, right? We're all learning, so I just try to be as real as possible so that you guys can connect and you guys can hopefully learn or be interested in what I'm saying. And plus, being fake is not fun. We kept you on for an hour so far. Usually we only get 30 minutes. I know, and I haven't shut up this entire time. You guys, honestly, I gotta get a life because I just talk all day long. Thanks for sharing and answering questions. Make me want to start a food garden. Oh man, then I did my job. Thank you. My job is to just inspire and motivate you guys to grow your own food because screw the grocery store. All right, I'm just gonna take you guys and show you. Let me get my ladder. You guys, this whole live was supposed to be about setting up the tower. We did it in the last 5 minutes of the live. I'm gonna take you guys up. Check it out, you guys. So the water is running out of the irrigation pipe and it's running down the inner walls of the grow tower, and every plant pot is getting watered. So the next step is I'm gonna have to create a watering schedule because having that run all day long is giving me root rot. You want to keep your plants watered but not overwatered. Everything is a happy medium. So that's it, you guys. That was just filling up the tower with water. So I'm gonna let that run for a couple of hours just to let it circulate. And then tomorrow we're gonna check out our seedlings. We're hopefully gonna get some nutrients in the tower and get our seedlings in the grow tower. So tomorrow's gonna be fun. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Come hang out with me. hopefully the seedlings will be ready to be transferred. If not, we're going to start some strawberries since I've only got one strawberry plant. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you so much. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. To those of you that celebrate, happy Father's Day coming up tomorrow. Today? Ooh, I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, have a great week, everybody, and catch me tomorrow. I will be here filling out the green tower with some plants. So I really appreciate you guys for hanging out, sending positive vibes to all you guys. If you guys haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and just come hang out every day, 12 p.m. Eastern. I go live and just show you guys what's up in the garden. So if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe and smash that like button. Jack Ashes says my shorts are really cool. Thank you so much. I work really hard on them, so thank you for noticing. What's up, Thomas? You caught us on the tail end of the live, but I'll be back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys.